So here we are outside the North Korean embassy. Will we be able to get inside? Will they want to be a part of Project 195? Let's go in and see if we can find out. I'm working on a project. Good morning, the day has come, we're heading to the station. Big day ahead of us today. Embassy shooting day, let's go. Right, we just got off the train at Baker Street. We've had a bit of a change of plans. So the original route mapped out by ChatGPT, it turns out that it was a bit of a mess. Some of the addresses aren't even there. A lot of the route isn't in order. It takes you backwards and forwards and a bit all over the place. So we just had to sit down and map out a new route. We skipped out East London for the beginning because there only ended up being one embassy there. So we've come straight into Central. So we're now starting at Guinea and we have 7 in fairly close proximity. So it's saying that it's going to take about an hour's worth of walking between all 7. There's a couple really close and there's a little bit further to walk to one. But yeah, it's a bit of a cluster here, so it's a good place to start. And then off the back of that, we'll take a look at the next phase and try and work out a route for that. Online, it says the best time to visit between 9 and 12. So that's why it's good to start with a cluster and we can try and tick off as many as we can. I was saying it was back there on the right, but I can't see any signs. I can't see a flag. So what I think is I might need to go right and then right again, and it might be the other side because it looks like quite a big building on the map, but there's just no entrance at all. So we're going to loop round. Hopefully we can find it. Right, so I think I found the first one, Guinea. However, there's no way in. There's just this locked gate. There's a little code here, but there's nothing where I can speak to it. Hi mate.
Be careful, floors wet.
Oh, thank you. I'm looking for the Embassy of Guinea. I believe it's in this building, is it?
It moved about 8 weeks. I'll give you the address.
Oh, amazing. Is it far from here, do you know?
It moved to Kensington.
Right, okay.
But there's a bus outside there, 27, goes to Kensington. It's near where all the other embassies are. That's
right, perfect.
So just go for, I think it's Cromwell Road.
That's it, yeah, there's quite a few on there, yeah.
It's Cromwell Road, 156.
Amazing. Thanks for your help, mate. Cheers.
But they close early on Fridays. They close early on Fridays.
Do you know what sort of time?
No, at 1 o'clock.
Is it? Is that the case with all of them, is it, do you know?
Just there.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Thank you very much, mate. Right, so there we go. I don't know how much of that you saw because trying to keep the camera running, but I'm not really sure where it was facing. But not the greatest of starts. Guinea has moved, so they're in Kensington, which is fine because we're heading there later, so it makes sense. But he also said that the majority will close early on a Friday. He said online that they're open all day, Monday to Friday, but maybe that was just a one-off with Guinea. But that's from his experience. He was like the concierge for that building, so yeah, not the best start, but we'll move on to the next 2. We've got 2 more close by, and then we'll pencil in Guinea for when we're in Kensington later. He said that they've moved to where all the other embassies are, so it's not like a big detour or anything, and we should still be able to get there today. So yeah, 1 done, 1 unsuccessful. So the next one is the Embassy of Tonga, which is a couple of minutes away, so we'll head there now. Also need to be careful because there's a guy on a bike, literally came up right behind me. I turned around, saw him there, and he circled back. So yeah, I think I'm just a bit conscious about getting this snatched out my hand. But yeah, we'd have to be careful. It's right when it's facing me like this because I can see behind me, but when it's facing the other way, we can't see. So I can see the first one, Tonga. just up ahead of us. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to loiter around too much beforehand, but I'll give an update after, so that hopefully means we can like get in or slip in without causing too much attention. Okay, so we're here outside Tonga, the first embassy, the first one we found that is, and we pressed the buzzer twice but no answer. So we'll wait a little bit longer, but if not, there's a letterbox, so we'll stick the invitation through there. So that's the first one we've found, Tonga, but nobody's home, it seems. We pressed the buzzer twice, we waited for about 5 minutes, but nobody answered. So as you saw, we posted the invitation through the letterbox. I imagine that's probably going to be the story of the day. A lot of them we're not going to be able to get inside, but as long as we can deliver the invitation, then it's still been a successful day. And then hopefully it will get to the right person. So we're just heading to the next one, which is Antigua and Barbuda. Yeah, so I'm running an art project called Project 195, and I'm trying to get an artist from every country in the world. So there's about 20, 30 countries that I haven't got yet. And I'm going around to the embassies to hand deliver like a personal invitation and see if anybody in the embassy can like help find an artist from your country.
Okay.
I've got all the information in the letter here. I don't know if I can just leave it with somebody or...
My email, thinking that if we, because you realise we're a High Commission, yeah? An embassy.
What is the difference between a High Commission and an embassy?
A High Commission is Commonwealth. We're members of the Commonwealth.
Right, okay,
Embassy, like in Canada, we have an embassy. In the US,
see.
we have embassy.
Okay. So do you deal with like... Do you have like a cultural department or anything like that?
Nothing
here.
Office. Yeah, I just spoke to my High Commissioner.
Okay.
This gentleman wants to do this performing arts, creative something, and
Right.
he's a High Commission. And he hasn't gotten our government, the ministry that is responsible for the creative arts involved and culture.
Right,
But
okay.
he wants us to go ahead and do it.
I see.
Right, so...
Could I just leave one? Like,
Yeah,
for
you
somebody
do
to have
it,
a...
but I wouldn't mind if you, is there a website or anything?
Yeah, so inside there's a QR code where you can have a look at the website, but it's 13 AM studio. And like I say, I'm trying to get an artist from every country in the world, which has never been done before. Yeah, and it will tell you all about the project on there. But I've managed to get an artist from 155 countries so far, and there's 30 or 40 that I've
And
got
what
there.
sort of artists?
Everything. So from street art to traditional art, fine art, tattooists, like literally any type of graphic designers, any type of like creative that you can think of. We've got that featured on there. So there's 900 pieces
graphics.
Photography.
Okay.
Amazing. Thank you for your help.
Yeah, might well. Oh, I was wondering who the hell ringing our doorbell and
I know,
buying
yeah.
coffee.
Yeah, so
Don't thank me.
I apologise. So today,
move from my desk.
so my plan, this is the first one I've been to, but I'm going to go to the remaining 30 or 40 embassies today, as many as I can, hand out these and see if I can find them.
Because a lot of embassies have high security, so you
I did worry about that, yeah.
Belize is upstairs. Good luck if you can get...
I've already got an artist from Belize already, so I don't need to go there today.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you spoke to somebody up there?
No, I already got one before. So over the past year or two, I've been getting artists online. And then today's the first day where I've actually gone out in public to try and like do something a little different.
The only thing I could do in terms of it being UK-centric or London-centric is probably hand it to our association.
Okay, yeah, that'd be amazing.
Our national association, this is what I'm saying, email. Yeah. You could always, whatever you've written, is handwritten or typed?
That's typed, yeah.
Oh, okay, so there's not no horrendous handwriting.
No, only the signature and the front cover. Yeah.
So I could scan it as well and send it to the president of our national association.
That'd be amazing, yeah. Because I started off just trying to reach out to artists individually, find them online, and then I've started to like charities, foundations, that kind of thing, organisations in the country, and then today I thought I'd try and find embassies and high commissions and go from there. So
okay, and I'm passing it to them saying that we haven't endorsed you because we don't know who you are.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, exactly. Just some random guy off the street.
Yeah, and they might be basically
Yeah,
off the
exactly.
street,
Some crazy guy. Yeah.
I'm just being super frank, right?
Yeah.
Apologies, yeah.
Well, at least you let me in.
Let them know the background and stuff, and I'll have a look as well.
Yeah, amazing. And I'll send over an email as well just to back that up.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you for your help. Nice to meet you.
Right, there we go. First one done and dusted. So Antigua and Barbuda. At first, they just buzzed me in. There was nobody in the receptions downstairs. So I just walked up the stairs and then I found the entrance, and she was a little bit frosty at first. I don't think she really knew what was going on. But as you'll have seen, or as you'll have heard, because I don't really know where the camera was facing, she came round to it and she was actually quite interested. And yeah, she was actually really nice and really friendly and really helpful. So I didn't know the difference between an embassy and a high commission, which she explained for us. So they might be a little bit different throughout the day. I'm not sure which ones are which that we've got mapped out. What she also said and called me was a brave boy, because she said that a lot of them have got heavy security presence. So I'm sure that's something we'll discover as the day goes on. But yeah, that one was pretty chilled. So at the moment we're walking to the second one, which is about a 10-minute walk, and it's the Maldives. So yeah, let's see what that one looks like. Also, the annoying thing is, I have to stop before each one and obviously get the envelopes out of the bag. I've tried to order them, but because of the mishap with ChatGPT this morning, they're not in the right order now. So yeah, I'm gonna get them out now, then we'll walk over and we'll see if we can get in. So no answer again. Embassy in Maldives, buzzed 3 times there actually, waited for about 5 minutes, but once again, no answer. I don't know if this is just going to be the case consistently throughout the day for the embassies, whether they just don't even answer the door, whether there's nobody in. It says they're open. It says like 9 till 5 o'clock today, so it's still early. But yeah, we'll keep trying. Hopefully we get some answers.
Hi, I have a hand invitation. Is it possible to come in and speak to somebody? Hiya. So I'm leading an art project and I'm trying to get an artist from every single country in the world. So far I've got 150 of the 195. So for the remaining ones, I'm spending the day traveling around the embassies and hand delivering a personal invitation to the project. So I still need an artist from Liberia. I've got the majority of Africa so far.
Yeah.
Through there, yeah? No problem. Okay, thanks for your help. Have a good day. So slightly more successful, but still didn't go too well. I actually spoke to somebody. She came down. I tried to explain it to her, and she asked if I can put the envelope through the door, through the letterbox of the open door, even though she was stood there. So she didn't want to take it from me in person. But yeah, it's a win. It's an improvement. We actually got to speak to somebody. It's also difficult pitching it in like 10 seconds as well, because I want to try and get across as much information as possible, but at the same time, they haven't got all day to be standing there, and they probably have no idea what's going on, who I am, who this random guy is just turning up on the door with a couple of letters. So yeah, hopefully somebody will read them. The main objective for today is just to hand deliver them, even if it's through the door, even if it's through the letterbox. At least we're getting them inside the building, and then hopefully the right person can then pick them up.
Right, so the next one is Monaco, and then we've got 2 really close to each other, Monaco and Qatar, pretty much on the same road. However, that's about a 35-minute, 40-minute walk from here. So I've just been trying to look up like a better way of getting there, and we've got like a 3-minute walk to the tube, 11 minutes on the tube, and then a couple minutes walk the other side. So still not the closest, but save us a little bit of time rather than walking there. And then what we're going to do after that, we'll hit these 2, and then we'll kind of reroute and we'll see what the next phase is, because after that I don't know where to go. So, and also the battery on this is getting low as well, so we'll stop, we'll get a tea, We'll charge this up and then we'll work out the next cluster. Hopefully, I know when we get to Kensington, around that area, we've got quite a few all in close proximity, so hopefully that'll make it a little bit easier moving forward.
Sorry, we're a bit short-staffed today. Can you just drop it in the mailbox?
Sure, no problem. I'll stick it through.
Another letterbox delivery there. Took me a bit by surprise. I didn't think she was going to answer, and then I heard her on the intercom. I couldn't quite make out what she said, but it was something along the lines that they weren't accepting visitors at that time, but can I put it through the letterbox, which is what we done. So another one hand delivered, didn't get a chance to go inside again. Next one is Qatar, which I believe is just around the corner. So we'll find that one and we'll try again.
Your destination is on the left.
Hi mate, so I'm running a project called Project 195 and it's the first ever project to have an artist from every country in the world. At the moment I've got 160 or 190 and I'm spending the day visiting the embassies of the remaining countries, and I got a personal invitation for them to join the project. So,
Just 2 seconds.
thank you. Yeah, so I'm running Project 195, which is my own art brand, and the idea is we're going to become the first project ever to have an artist from every country in the world. So at the moment I've got 160 countries involved, and I'm spending the day travelling around the embassies in London, basically visiting the remaining countries. So I'm yet to find an artist from Qatar, and I'd love to
An artist from Qatar?
Yeah, exactly. So like I say, Project 195, we're trying to get an artist from every country in the world, which has never been done before.
Because of the World Cup or what?
No, just as a cultural project. So it's my own project, and there's never been a brand in history that's got an artist from every country in the world. So if we can get to 195, I'll be the first person to ever do it. So this is a personal invitation. I'll show you here. So basically what I'm trying to do is find an artist from Qatar, one of the only remaining countries that we haven't got an artist from. So
But why you didn't send this to your email?
I just thought the personal touch would be nicer. So I wanted to come round and hand deliver them. This is a QR code for our website. On there we've got 900 pieces of art on there from 150 different countries. But like I say, we're still missing around 30 countries, and Qatar is one of those. So I wanted to come here today and hand deliver a personal invitation. I don't know if you've got like anybody involved in culture or any department that you can maybe pass it on to.
I'll give it to the culture department.
That would be amazing, yeah. And then hopefully
this one?
The same one, in case I lost one. So
okay.
yeah.
What are you doing with this?
Just filming myself, making a YouTube video from it. Yeah, so
That's the QR code you make.
Yeah, that's
when
for the
you got
website.
the QR,
Yeah, so you just scan that. So like I say, nobody has ever had a project with all 195 countries.
Okay.
So we
How
can
many
do
countries you got now?
153.
Alright.
So I've been doing that for the last 2 years, mainly online, just emailing, cold calling, reaching out. And today's the first day where I've actually gone out to different places.
Different places.
Yeah, exactly. And then when it gets down to 13 remaining, I'm going to go to the 13 countries, whatever they might be.
Alright, okay.
So
I'll
it
give it to the
could be anywhere
cultural
in the
things
world.
and see what they say.
Appreciate that.
Yes.
Thank you very much for your help.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
Yeah.
Cheers, you too. There we go, a little bit more success. Firstly got met by the security guard. He then asked what I was doing. I explained it a little bit. He went away for a couple of minutes. I didn't know whether he's just going to come back and tell me to go away, but he brought somebody down. I didn't actually ask his name or his role, but he listened to me. I think it took a little while to get him to understand. Probably didn't explain it the best, but in the end he seemed quite intrigued. He took the invitations and he said he'll pass it on to the right person within the cultural department. So yeah, I'd call that one a success. just when we was losing a little bit of hope as well. I didn't think that anybody was going to come outside, so yeah, it's great. Obviously we didn't get to go inside, but it's great that he came out, he listened to us, and yeah, eventually we got there with explaining it. Again, it wasn't the best explanation for me, but just trying to get all the information across. Obviously it's a random project, so it's trying to find the best way of explaining it that will resonate with them, that will interest them. So I think we'll get better at that as the day goes on. And you know what, I think the biggest win so far is the two people we've managed to speak to. At first were maybe a little bit frosty, but then when we actually explained it, they were actually really interested and intrigued by it. So it just goes to show, like, even if we don't get any artists, even if we don't get inside any embassies today, I think the main takeaway is like when we're actually able to speak to someone about the project, it excites them. So it just goes to show like what we're doing is worthwhile, it's interesting, because I think as soon as we can get this into the public spotlight and raise some attention, I think it's going to land really well. So now what we need to try and do is find someone to charge this, because it's on about 15% battery. So, and we're also at the point now where we don't know the next destination, so we need to stop, map out the next cluster of embassies, charge this, maybe get something to eat. It's probably about 11:30 now, and then we'll go again. Just outside the Cypriot one, nobody seems to be answering, and also there's no letterbox either. It does say that the consulate is downstairs, so maybe we'll go and try that.
The door is open. Please close the door behind you.
Right, we're in. We're going down the stairs. Don't know what's going to be down here, but we'll find out. Hi mate, don't know if I'll come to the right area here. I was trying to get into the embassy upstairs, but basically I have a project called Project 195, and we're getting artists from every single country in the world.
It's upstairs, yeah.
Upstairs, yeah? Yeah. Okay. Is there there's no letterbox up there? Do you know if there's anywhere I can leave
just
these?
press the button that will let you in.
Oh, I tried, but there's no answer.
She's there now.
Amazing. I'll go and try it. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. So yeah, back to the embassy, let's try that. We just went back upstairs to the embassy and the lady answered this time. Unfortunately, it wasn't recording, so a bit frustrating. I thought it was on, but it wasn't. But basically, she took our letters. She said she'll pass them on to the right person, and she asked if I could email over as well. So yeah, not too much to report, but yeah, we missed that exchange. Hi, I'm with a world first art project, and we're looking for an artist from Papua New Guinea. I've got a handwritten invitation here. I wondered if I could come in and speak to somebody about it briefly. Thank you. Yeah, so basically I'm working on a project and we're going to try and get an artist from every country in the world. At the moment there's only about 20 countries that I haven't got, and Papua New Guinea is one of them. Okay. So I've got an invitation to the project here, it gives all the details, etc. I didn't know if you could pass it on to the relevant person or...
Yeah, I can pass it on.
Is that okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Both for us? Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 copies there in case I lost one. So amazing, thanks for your help. Thank you. Perfect. Cheers. Right, so same again. Went inside the front door and then she took the letters off us and said she'd pass it on to the relevant person. To be fair, having thought about it, there's not really much else obviously they can do at the time. It's just about getting the letters in the door, and then hopefully they get redirected to the right person. So yeah, another one ticked off. So next up is Equatorial Guinea, which is around a 10-minute walk from here. And the sun's shining now, it's a lovely, lovely day. Oh, just outside the Equatorial Guinea Embassy, and again it appears like there's no answer. I don't even know if the buzz is working. I pressed it twice, but I can't hear anything. We'll give it another minute, and then if not, we'll post it and move on to the next one. So that was another one where we couldn't speak to anyone. A few of them online, it says the hours are like 9 till 12 and then like 2 till 5, so it might explain there might be a few now that we can't get access to. But yeah, we managed to hand deliver it again, so we're all good. And then we're on to the next one, which is Eswatini, which is about a 15-20-minute walk from here. I thought I knew London, but I really don't. Just goes to show when you're walking around like this on foot, I have no idea where I am at any point. So much so that we've just stumbled across Buckingham Palace, literally over there to the left of us now. I had no idea we was here, or really what area we was in. I've just been following Google Maps all day from one embassy to the next. So yeah, it's kind of taking us all over London, which is good. I don't know how many steps we'll do today. Last time we done about 30,000. I think today might trump that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see at the end of the day. Right, so as you can see, we're at Eswatini now, and it is temporarily closed. Just going to get the envelope out and going to go through the gates and post it, otherwise we won't be able to deliver it. So let's try that. Also, I'm carrying around this bag all day. It's got my laptop in it, just in case, and obviously all the envelopes. But after a while, it does weigh you down. Job done, on to the next one. So the next one is actually an hour and 10 minutes walk from here. So we're going to jump on the tube. I just had a look. We're almost at St James's Park tube station. From there we can go 6 minutes to South Kensington, which is where it is. So obviously much quicker. So we'll jump on the tube now. Hey mate, how are you? I'm working on a world first cultural project. Okay. So we're trying to get an artist from every single country in the world. Mm-hmm. So far I've got almost 160 of 195, and today I'm going around to the embassies of the remaining countries. So I'm looking for an artist from Oman, and this is an invitation to the project. I don't know if there's anybody in the cultural department or somebody you can pass it on to.
Yeah, culture is not here.
Oh, is it not?
No, you need to...
Is that in a different building, is it?
Yeah, it's a different building. It's quite central London. No, it's nearby Piccadilly. So
oh, okay.
I can give you address. That's the only one is inside there.
Amazing. Could I maybe leave one of them here? Is there anybody that it might come of interest to? Just so you can have a read. I've got 2 copies of it.
That's
so
fine, that's fine.
perfect. Thanks for your help. Have a good day. Another positive one, he let us inside, we had a brief conversation with him. He actually said it's best to deliver it elsewhere, the cultural department, which is over near Piccadilly. However, we have left him with 1 copy. That's the good thing about having 2 copies. We've left 1 there, and then if we get a chance to go to the other place, then we can drop another 1 there. But right now we are opposite the next embassy, literally a stone's throw away, and it is Bangladesh. Is anybody inside? You know?
You are here for taking some service?
No, I'm only here to speak to somebody. Is there a receptionist or anything like that? Oh, amazing. Thank you. Hi, so I'm leading a world first cultural program. So we're trying to get an artist from every single country in the world, like a drawing, illustration. At the moment, we've got 155. So today I'm traveling around the Romanian embassies and hand delivering a personal invitation. Because basically I'm trying to find an artist from Bangladesh. So I don't know if there's anybody within your network or if there's like a culture secretary or anything that we could...
Invitation or leaflet with us? Or
Yeah.
Sent to our administration.
Amazing. So all the information's inside there. They've got a link to the website and everything.
Yeah,
perfect.
Absolutely.
There's 2 copies there.
So much.
Thank you very much. Cheers. So that was the first proper embassy we've been inside today, and we got a lucky break really. Somebody was just going in through the front door and we just followed them in and we went to the reception. We pressed the bell 2 or 3 times, so I don't know whether they were just ignoring us or whether they just don't accept people in the afternoons or how it works. But yeah, we managed to get inside, speak to them, explain a little bit, and we left the invitations in there. It was frustrating because it would have been cool to turn the camera around and have a little look around, because it actually was really cool in there. Some huge flags, like a big meeting and seating area. But of course, when you're inside, you've got to be a little bit respectful, and I can't just start filming inside the embassy. But yeah, that's a good one to tick off. Managed to leave behind the invitations, and she said she's going to pass it on to the right people. So yeah, on to the next one. So we've had a bit of a mix-up. 3 that we thought were nearby are around 3 miles away, and I think we should have gone to them en route to coming over to Kensington. So that's Timor-Leste, Lesotho and Seychelles. There is one still that's nearby, which is Vanuatu. So we're going to head there. That's about a 10-minute walk from here, and then we'll reassess and we'll see which ones we've got remaining. It's coming close to about 2:30 now, I think. So a lot of them close between 4 and 5. So we need to be tactical about which ones we think we can get to and which ones we can't. I'd really like to go to the North Korean one, because that's the country that we're struggling with most. However, it's quite far out. So if we make that decision, it might just be one and only. So yeah, we'll have a little look. We'll get to this one first, try and deliver them here, and then we'll move on and see where we can go for the rest of the day.
The door is open.
Hi, do you know if there's a consulate in this building? It says 25 Furlough Street, but
yes.
But on the sign I couldn't see.
No, not that I know. I only know.
You don't think it's in this building, no?
Probably not. I think there's only a There's a design office and
Right.
a clinic upstairs.
Maybe they've moved on then, because that is 25 Furlough Street. That's
This
where we are,
is,
isn't it? Yeah.
yes.
Okay, no worries. I just wanted to check. I thought I'd ask somebody. Perfect. Thanks for your help. Cheers. You too. So it looks like they've moved. They're supposed to be in that building, but there was only 4 on the buzzer. Neither of them were the one we were looking for. So I just thought I'd press 1 and try it. And obviously I spoke to the guy just then, and yeah, he doesn't know anything about it. So yeah, on to the next one. Right, so we just got off the train and we are heading to North Korea. Not literally, but the embassy is about 10 minutes away. So we're in Acton, where I've never been before in my life. West London, I believe, zone 3. So it took us about 15 minutes to get here from Kensington. Just got off and it's about a 10-minute walk. So yeah, it's a good one to tick off. It's one that's definitely going to be the hardest to find an artist from. I was only speaking to somebody this week and they said it's going to be impossible. And that was somebody who works within North Korean art, so a specialist, and he said I won't be able to do it. So yeah, it's going to be challenging. That's why out of all of them, I wanted to tick this one off today, even though it's the furthest away. Probably have to think about whether this is going to be the last one, if we can get any more on the way back through. Because yeah, still need to get back and do some other bits. And then, as I've said before, we're heading to Harrogate tomorrow for the penultimate away game with Colchester United. 3 games left, 2 away games, 1 home game. So whilst we're walking down to the North Korean embassy, do a little recap of the day. This could be our last one, not sure yet. We'll see how we get on here, if there's anything on our way back across London. But overall, I think it's been successful. Not quite as dramatic as I thought it might be. I thought we'd come across a bit more hostility, whether that's security, whether that's people telling us to go away. We haven't. I'd say we probably delivered between 15 and 20, which for one day is pretty good going. The chances that we've had to actually speak to people, they've seemed really interested in it. It's just been difficult to either speak to somebody or get inside anywhere, which I guess was always going to be the case. Right, here we are, North Korean embassy. See the flags flying up there? I assume this is going to be quite gated. So here we are outside the North Korean embassy. Will we be able to get inside? Will they want to be a part of Project 195? Let's go in and see if we can find out. Right, let's go. Also number 13, or is that 73? I'm not sure. Hi. I'm working on a project, Project 195, and we're looking to be the first cultural brand to ever have an artist from every country in the world. So at the moment, we've got 155 countries and we need to get to 195. So today I'm going around delivering invitations to the remaining countries. So I'm really trying to get an artist from North Korea.
What? Artist?
Yeah, an artist. So I've got an invitation here. It's got all the information in there, it's got our website on there. I just wanted to come and hand deliver it. Whether you'd be able to take a look through, if you've got anybody in the cultural sector that you might be able to pass it on to.
You're inviting?
Exactly, yeah. We want to have a presence from your country within our project.
Where from?
13 AM is the name of the company, but it's called Project 195. So like I said, we're trying to be the first brand ever to have an artist from every country in the world. It's never been done before.
Okay, we will have a look.
Amazing, thank you for your help. Have a good day. there we go. Didn't expect that, but we had somebody come outside and spoke to him, and yeah, he seemed semi-interested. Same as anyone else today, because I don't really know what I'm talking about. I've just turned up off the street and some random guy who's talking about Project 195, World First, all the countries, etc, etc. So yeah, we hand delivered the invitations. Let's see if we hear anything from it. Well, there you go. Really didn't expect that. I saw the gates, but I couldn't find an intercom or anything at first, and then I found a little buzzer which didn't look like it was working. We pressed it and almost instantly the gate started opening. So walked on inside, and as you'll see, obviously somebody come out to greet us, and yeah, had a conversation with us. Fair play to them. Took our invitations, said they'll look into it. So yeah, really positive potential end to the day. Like I said before, I'm not sure if we're going to go anywhere else yet. We'll figure it out when we get on the train, but if that's the last one, then I think it's been a successful day. Right, quick change of plan. I was looking at the route whilst I was on the train heading back east, and I think there's 3 in this area that we can quickly jump off and hopefully make it to before 5 o'clock. So we got off at Victoria and we're heading to the High Commission of Seychelles. And then there's another 2 within about a 10-minute walk from here. So hopefully we'll be able to get all 3 before 5 o'clock. It's about 20 to 5 now. Although even if we don't, we can still go there and we can still post it. So yeah, there'll be another 3 ticked off, hopefully, if we can find them. Okay. Is it?
Which number are you at?
Which number? How do you mean? I'm just outside.
Which number of the door? 132 or 130?
132.
Okay. I'm the head of the embassy. I'm just going to come out and take the invitation.
Oh, amazing. Thank you so much. Hiya. Yeah, there's 2 invitations there. So basically, Project 195, nobody has ever got an artist from every country in the world before. Yeah. And I've got 155 so far, so there's only 40 countries left.
Why is there 2 invitations?
In case I lost one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically. But all the information's inside. There's a link to our website on there. And basically just trying to find an artist from the Seychelles, which I haven't been able to do so far.
So I'm going to send it to the culture department. They can
amazing. That's ideal. That's what I'm kind of looking for. And there's a QR code at the bottom where you can link to our website, and we've got nearly 1,000 pieces of art on there from 155 countries.
You're talking about artists, not talking about just music, it's just my artists in general.
Artists in terms of drawing, yeah, like illustration or...
Not music?
Not music, no. So we have like street artists, illustrators, graphic designers, photographers, tattooists, like any kind of visual art basically.
Visual art.
Exactly.
Okay. Seychelles High Commission, you're going to find my email, Batsy Mustache.
Okay, yeah, my name's George.
Nice to meet you, George.
Yeah, likewise.
Because I'm wrapping up in the office on Friday now.
Thank you.
So I'm going to scan it and send it to Seychelles. You can keep this one.
Okay, I mean, you keep them. I've got loads at home, yeah. So if you want to give it to anybody else or anything.
Thank you. I will send it to Seychelles. I will also drop you an email with the contact detail of the culture department.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah.
I'll send you on
Thank you. Really appreciate your help.
Yeah. I'm going to send it to them because they'll be the one who will decide.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend. See you later. Thank you. Hi. How do I get to the embassy?
Which one are you?
Timor-Leste?
They've actually moved to a different.
Oh, have they now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why they haven't changed it.
It was online. It said it was here. Is it far from here? Do you know?
It's not that far. Okay, that's a new address.
Amazing.
It's like 20 minutes walking, 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. Perfect. Thanks for your help. You too. So that's a bit of a fail. They've moved as well, but it still said there online. And it's about 20 minutes from here. So we'll try and get to that other one first, and then if we can make that one as well, we will. We've ended up back here. So I've already done this one. I don't know how I've got mixed up, but if you remember, this is the one that was closed, and we already posted through the letterbox. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, not really sure what happened there, but we somehow ended up back at one that we've already done. it gets confusing. There's a lot of embassies, a lot of names, and a lot of walking. So I think that's a fitting place to end. We was going to end on North Korea anyway. Obviously, we tried to get another 3 in. We had a really good one with Seychelles, and one had moved, and then one we'd already done. So yeah, it's gone 5 o'clock now, so everywhere's closed. But all in all, I think that's a successful day. And we'll wait to see if anybody comes back to us.